Just in case you guys were wondering, all of the content that you see in regards to the personal and close interviews that we are having were pre-recorded because our team is super proactive and we have accumulated content that we would still like to share with you all. So we are practicing safe protocol. Stay tuned. SacTown Underground, Celestial Thomas here, and I will be your host for another episode of SacTown Underground. Thank you very much for coming back. It's June, it's hot. I hope that you guys are going out there, stretching your legs. Things are opening back up. Go have fun, support your local restaurants, go support events, get back into the ebb and flow of things, guys. Life is moving, life is adaptable. Be adaptable with it. We have a great show coming up. We are going to be bringing you guys Urban and Business, Fight to Win, Keith Jouganatos, and an interview with Katie Henry as our musical performance per usual. Stay tuned. Thank you very much. I had the great pleasure of speaking to two gentlemen who help facilitate a great program called Urban in Business that goes around town and has events in Sacramento and hopefully beyond. But don't let me tell you about it. Let's talk to them about it.
And I am so excited to be bringing on our guests over here, Mr. E.L. Lucas, Mr. Armani Easley, and they are Urban in Business. So Urban in Business, you are the... Introduce your title.
I am E.L. Lucas of We Design Better. I do the visual design for Urban and Business, as well as handle the social media.
All right, beautiful.
So Armani Easley, once again, community engagement, and I run an organization called Project Optimism Incorporated.
Now tell me a little bit about this journey. When did you guys start?
We started back in March of 2018.
It's been a while.
Yeah, and so we started with the idea to actually began with the step show, and we wanted to do an additional event. The step show never happened. From there, we began these networking mixers, and it's been going strong for almost 2 years now.
Now walk me through a night in Urban and Business.
Well, before it even gets there, like you said, we procure a venue.
Yes.
We line up vendors from throughout the community. We bring in a activity that's planned before the event goes off so that anybody who's attending our event is engaged, is willing to network with other people. If they're shy, they're going to open up. We've done speed business pitches. We've done, what are some of the other activities we've done?
Yeah, we've done things where we had questions that they have to ask people, different groups in the room,
Yes.
and it allowed it to be intentional where like, I don't exactly know what to say, but these are prompts to be able to get you flowing and going, because a lot of times people want to network, but they don't know how, or they don't have a prompt to be able to do so.
And so you guys stay local to Sacramento, yes?
We're open. So we've done most of our mixers in Sacramento, but we have done a mixer in Oakland last year.
Oh, wow.
We've done mixers actually at the Golden One Center.
How can people connect with you?
You can find us on all social media at Urban in Business. We have a website, urbaninbusiness.com. My own social media is We Design Better. Armani.
Yeah, Project Optimism Incorporated. You can find us immediately. We type in Project and OP, it'll pop up, black and blue logo.
And actually, I do want to talk a little bit about Project Optimism because I just believe it's so beautiful.
Oh.
It's like a mentee-mentor program, right? And it's mainly geared towards outreach for the youth, right?
Yes, that's one of our biggest initiatives. If you say what our focus is, definitely the youth.
Yes.
And what we do, which is a benefit from Urban and Business, is we get a lot of college students as well as professionals around the community. Representation is key when it comes down to working with these scholars for them to even feel like they can reach these heights that we're asking them to climb.
Yes.
And with that, I'm able to recruit a lot of staff or volunteers or guest speakers from just creating a space for people to network. So we're benefiting from that as well. But yes, Project Optimism is doing really, really well. One of the things I was thinking about when you were speaking is I'm realizing, because we were seeing grants that are out there to benefit not just Project Optimism, but for Urban and Business as well,
Yes.
that the times they're starting to see it. And I think that's the reason why we're creating a space, as in we're not waiting, but we would like for you guys to help us expand. And that's what I think we're able to do right now with going after those grants, because we have data showing that this is working. Now, how can we get from a consistent average of 80 people to do 300 people to 1,000 people to, I'm gonna think big. And So I don't know. I'm just thinking visionary right now. So yes.
And so for this platform, how does it actually work? You have a mentor come in, and then you reach out to young children who.
Oh,
and
okay,
so
yes.
like to explain that process.
So back to Project Optimism. We currently are running mentorship sessions with elementary schoolers right now. We normally work with middle school and high school, but it's going really well. It's pretty challenging, but I'm glad because it's all about energy.
Starting as young, that's really great.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Well, I've noticed at an early age that I want to get around the 8 ball. We want to be preventative. We don't want to be reactionary,
yes.
because that's still important work to do. No, it's important work to do, but at the end of the day, it loses. To me, I feel like we lose more if we don't start early. So I'm glad that we're in those spaces. And what we do is basically we recruit them. I let them know from the very beginning. I'm telling everybody that's here right now that you qualify to be a mentor because of your lived experience. So things that you've learned, things that you haven't had, things that you do have, how can you impute that on your community? How can you impute that on a young person? And it's been really blessings ever since. So yeah, it's been going well.
All right, so if you guys are looking to enter maybe your child, your niece, your nephew into something that is going to give them inspiration to be better individual for our community,
absolutely,
reach out to these gentlemen here.
That means a lot.
And again, every last Friday of every month, you guys can go to their Instagram. They're always being updated. They'll send you emails. I get a whole bunch. Don't worry, it's not spam. It's all great stuff. So tune into it and look into it. It's very informative. Thank you once again, gentlemen. I appreciate you guys for coming out and sharing your story.
Thank you.
What a great interview with two wonderful gentlemen who have great hopes for Sacramento, for our urban community. And I urge anybody who has not really seen what they do to go to their website. I know that we're still kind of getting back into the ebb and flow of things in regards to what we can do back in the community with big events like that, but just stay in touch and support their cause. It's a great one. Fight to Win, what is it? I don't know. I got to attend and see what it is all about. It happened in Sacramento, but they are a traveling company that goes all around the country promoting jiu-jitsu, which is such an underrated martial art. I go to the UFC gym and I have a wonderful coach named Brandon Alexander who I had the great privilege of interviewing after his fight. Let's take a look at some of that footage.
Celestial Thomas, SacTown Underground, how you guys doing? I am at the Sheraton Grand located at 1230 J Street for this amazing event, Fight to Win. Now, this is happening in downtown Sacramento, and I have people lined up coming in, ready to support and ready to see some amazing fights. Thank you. I am standing along Miss Missy Estrada. Ooh. I was telling you, it's sexy. And she is basically, what is your position here?
I'm one of the owners of the company.
So Fight to Win. So it is a jiu-jitsu type of concert, or a jiu-jitsu concert.
Well, it's like 35 matches, one match at a time. Everybody gets featured individually. Their match one at a time. There's teams out here. There's people of all different ages, different levels, and it's just a big party for jiu-jitsu nerds.
Here I'm standing alongside Miss Brooke Mayo, who just got out of a fight, literally. How was it?
It was awesome. I had a lot of fun. I always have a lot of fun on the Fight to Win Pro stage, and I think they give great opportunities to all jiu-jitsu athletes, especially the women. So very excited and proud to be here again.
What do you feel jiu-jitsu has brought to your life?
A lot of discipline, a lot of more hard work ethic, and it's given me a safe place to build my confidence. So it's really given me a lot of, mental toughness and skill sets that I apply to everyday life.
This is my coach, Brandon Alexander, who teaches jiu-jitsu, and we are at Fight to Win. Now tell me a little bit about how you got in.
So this is going to be my 5th Fight to Win event. What they do is they just travel around the country. I know. They travel around the country and just hold on these different events. You turn in your application, they review it. As soon as they find you a matchup, they ask you want to take the fight, you take it, and then you come out and compete.
What do you define jiu-jitsu as?
Oh man, good question. So jiu-jitsu is for me. Jiu-jitsu is something different for everybody. For me, mostly it's an art. I like to express myself, and I can't draw, and I can't play a musical instrument, so I use my body, and it's my art form. Everything I try to do is to increase the art of jiu-jitsu. At the same time, there's the strategical part about it. So it's like playing chess with your body. At the same time, while you're doing yoga, it's just a mix of everything. It's moving meditation.
What was your dream when you started Fight to Win?
My dream when I started Fight to Win, actually our goal was just to change the entire way that jiu-jitsu is done and be able to actually put money back into people's hands instead of taking it out of them. So our idea was that we would get the spectators to pay and make it a spectator-friendly sport so people could actually enjoy it and not have fighters registering to pay for competitions and actually putting money back into the community. No, I mean, it was just like the whole experience. We wanted it to be a party atmosphere, because jiu-jitsu, normally when you go to a tournament, it's super boring. Mats are on the ground. It's just a boring sport to watch. But if you add some theatrics in that change the rule setup, make people, give them, space to bang on the mat and have fun, then it just becomes more of that environment. Because what our goal is to get all these people that are here watching excited about watching jiu-jitsu and then hopefully doing it. That's our goal.
That event was so much fun, and it's just so inspiring to watch people do what they love, and in a concert type of format. Great music, great fights, great people. Go out if you guys have never attended this event before. Fight to Win if you're interested in stuff like that. It was just a fun time. So go out and check it out. On to sports. Mr. Keith Jouganatos, our Keith J. Let's take a look at what he has to say.
Thank you, and we welcome you once again to the sports section. I'm Keith Jouganatos, and this is the world in sports. They did it to my grandfather. They're in the process of doing it to my. They did it to my grandfather. They're in the process of doing it to my uncle, and they're already doing it to me. The Sacramento Kings are back, better than ever. The Kings are like that ex-girlfriend that you've always had that drives you nuts. You have the audacity to think that maybe, just maybe, you could quit the Sacramento Kings, but no one ever fully quits the Sacramento Kings. And just like that ex-girlfriend that you have, you will always take them back for better or worse, in good times and bad, in sickness and health, and in the possibility of wanting to blow your brains out. The Kings are back in a big expected year where many expect them to go to the playoffs for the first time in over 14 seasons. They've got all the pieces in check. They just signed Buddy Hield to a big-time deal. De'Aaron Fox, Marvin Bagley, Bogdanovich, the list goes on and on. Only the Kings did what they always do to the city of Sacramento. 2 big middle fingers right to your dome. They start the season 0-4. The coach, who I told all of you is not the coach of the future, who is not the coach to get this team where it needs to go, his rotations are garbage. Why is Ariza playing? Why is Dedmon playing? Rashawn Holmes has been amazing. But other than that, the coach has been pure blasphemy. And I told you all this was going to happen. Yet you didn't want to listen to me. But Dave Yeager doesn't seem so bad right now, does he? Anyways, the Kings off to an 0-4 start, and with that 0-4 start comes a ton of criticism, comes a ton of backfire. Why is he doing this? Why are they playing like that? Why are they not running? Why are you still charging me $13 for a beer at the Golden One Center? Well, and I know damn well I can go down the street and get 5 of those for at least $5. The Kings are who we thought they were. The Kings are who we always have known they have to be. The Kings are the biggest roller coaster. 1 minute, the Kings will feel you having happy. And the next, the Kings will have you in the dumps. And just when the Kings got you down in the dumps and you're ready to quit them, they'll rise. They'll come back at you. They'll charge at you again like all you drunk people who think it's okay to fight the bouncers on K Street on the late night shenanigans. The Kings always do this because the Kings, after going 0-4, went on a tear. And this is with losing De'Aaron Fox and Marvin Bagley to injuries. And everyone, including this guy, thinking the season was over. The Kings went back right to the drawing board, and they found a whole lot of new stuff. Rashawn Holmes has been one of the biggest key contributors to the Sacramento Kings' late run. And with that, the Kings are right back in the playoff picture. Still, the word that we're looking for is consistency. Consistency is key in anything you do in your life. If you're going to get married, you consistently do not want to cheat on your other half. Easier said than done for a lot of you out there in Sacramento. You consistently, if you're going to keep a job, want to consistently show up to work on time. Yet the word consistent and the Kings have never matched. They have never matched at all. And here the Kings are, still playing inconsistent. 1 minute they'll beat the Boston Celtics. Another minute they'll go and almost beat the Los Angeles Lakers. And the next, they'll lose to the Hornets. And the next, they will lose to the New York Knicks of all people. When is this team going to get consistent? When is this team, who now finally has all the pieces back, going to consistently play good basketball? I have yet to see it, and neither have you. But here the Kings are, trying their darnest to put together a team that is trying to compete in a loaded Western Conference. And right now, sometimes you think it's going to happen, and sometimes you think it will not. But the Kings are who we thought they would be. They are inconsistent. They are consistently disappointing. And in that situation, one can only hope this team goes to the playoffs. One can only hope that the Kings want to go to the playoffs, because this city is starving for a team to go there. Are the Kings inconsistent? Have I been blackballed in the city of Sacramento? You better believe it. But here the Kings are, right back in your dome, trying their best to give you a winning product. Only time will tell what this team is going to be like in 3 or 4 months down the road. And only time will tell if this team is a playoff team. But right now, the Kings are inconsistent. Until they get that down, nothing is going to change. And that's going to do it. Before we go, I just want to say a Merry Christmas to everybody out there in the city of Sacramento. Wishing everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that stuff, and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Keith, very much for keeping us informed about the sports realm. I know nothing of sports, so it's always good to hear it from such an impassioned person about the subject. Thank you again. All right, thank you very much. We are going to conclude our show. As always, we like to give you guys a musical performance. But before that, we're going to get you in touch with the artist, Katie Henry, who will be interviewed by our very own Alma. And they are the Katie Henry Band. But stay tuned, listen to their sounds, and I hope that you guys are staying safe, staying vibrant, and being adaptable. We'll see you guys next time.
Hi everyone, and welcome to SacTown Underground, where we have the amazing Katie today, and she is here from
New Jersey.
Katie's here from New Jersey, and she is playing at the Torch Club tonight. We are at ET, enjoying a little bit of Thai iced tea.
You try and try, but you can't win. You gotta name your face, but I know.
So tell me, what got you into singing and songwriting, and how old were you?
I was really young. My parents are huge music lovers, and I started taking piano lessons at around 6. And I always say that the piano taught me how to sing because I was always singing along to whatever I was playing. I had Beatles songbooks, Doors songbooks, and Elton John, and all the classics. So I just loved it growing up. And then as I got older, I just got involved in open mics and got involved in my first band, and then met the band that I'm touring with right now. And it's a lot of fun.
Very cool. And so what inspires you to write music?
Just life experience, and there's so many emotions and experiences that are bottled up inside that I just feel like if I didn't write about it, I wouldn't be able to make sense of it. So the whole writing process and songwriting, makes me connected to life and other people. And that's why I'm traveling and meeting a bunch of people, and it's a lot of fun.
That's amazing. How do you feel now, like from going to in the studio and recording and practicing with your band to now like going all around the country and being able to share that thing that's so intimate but to like so many people?
It's really a blessing and a gift, because even last night I sang the title track of my album, which is called High Road, and when we started playing it, people started clapping and started singing along, and I had never met these people before. So to be able to not only write the songs, record the songs, and play them, but to travel and play them, it's really a dream come true for me. So
I know, I'm so excited that you're at the Torch, and you're going through the North American tour. So what's next? Do you have any projects coming up or anything that you want to share with us?
So I'm going to be heading back to the East Coast after this, and then I'm going to go up north to Vermont and Massachusetts and New Hampshire. So New Hampshire is going to be a first. And then in May, I have a festival in Ohio, and that's going to be, it's called the DSO Jubilee, and I'm really looking forward to that. And a lot of writing this year, too. I mean, the album High Road has been a lot of fun to play out, and I'm just ready to write more and play more, and I'll be back in Sacramento hopefully soon.
Oh, I'm sure you will, because that album is definitely going to get you kicked off and everybody's going to know about you. I'm serious, like, it's amazing. I loved it. So I'm wishing you, the best in your future. And where can our fans find you if they want to listen to your music or get a hold of you?
So katiehenrymusic.com, or Katie Henry Music is all of my social media handles. And yeah, there's a contact submission form on my website, so I would love to hear from you.
And I can hear them, they're buzzing. And I ain't done nothing since I woke up today. Now how the hell can a person go to work in the morning and come home in the evening and have nothing to say? Make me thing that I can hold on to. Even this living is just a hard way to go. Even this living is just a hard way to go. When they come to take you down, yeah, when they come to spin that whole working around, and when they come to call on you, and they drag your poor body down, there's just one thing I ask of you. There's just one thing I need. Please forget you on my day, my darling. Shake it, shake it, sugary. Just don't tell them that you love me. Shake it, sugary. Just don't tell them that you love me. Just shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, sugary. Just don't tell them, just don't tell them. No, you don't love me. You don't know me. I said you don't know me. Now, sugary, oh, sugary.
We are at war with a virus, and healthcare troops and first responders are on the front line fighting it every day. Let's join the fight by staying home. Staying home is not a retreat. It's the most brave and aggressive weapon we have against this enemy. Because when we do stay at home, we help prevent overwhelming our hospitals while buying time for our scientists to find the vaccine. And that is how we beat it.